Chapter 2100-Fold Sublimation Instant Kill Technique. You are listening at novelfold.audio. In the dense forest, a figure leaped rapidly. This person was Wuchang. Without the second brother by his side, Wuchang didn't need to hide, but directly used the 8 diagrams dragon step to hurry on his way. As he performed his steps, his whole body kept disappearing between the rapid flashes, and even left a trail of afterimages. The sky darkened unknowingly, and Wuchang found a cave and decided to rest here for one night. The cave that Wuchang found belonged to a second-level black bear. Wuchang negotiated with it in a friendly manner, and the black bear reluctantly agreed. It was just that when the black bear left, it was grimacing in pain. But the black bear didn't leave the cave, because there were 2 little bears in the cave, but reluctantly gave up a place for Wuchang. In fact, the smell of this black bear's residence was not good, but Wuchang still chose it. The reason for this is that Wuchang knew very well that the back mountain of the sect was not a mountain, but a huge mountain range that stretched for thousands of miles. There are all kinds of fierce beasts living here, and the deeper you go, the higher the grade. Choose a cave with living creatures to rest, and don't worry about being disturbed at night, because this is the territory of the black bear. This is the experience summed up by Wuchang in his previous life, and it works every time. Sure enough, one night, Wuchang practiced peacefully without being disturbed. Seeing Wuchang's leaving back, the black bear couldn't help but breathe a sigh of relief. If it weren't for taking care of the 2 little black bears, the big black bear would have run away last night. Wuchang took out the silk, checked it carefully, and immediately chose the direction and ran towards the distance. At noon, a small valley appeared in front of Wuchang. Wuchang compared the silk and couldn't help but breathe a sigh of relief, and arrived at the destination. At this moment, Wuchang put away the silk and looked carefully at the valley in front of him, but after a moment, he couldn't help but frown slightly. Although the place was not wrong, the entrance to the secret realm was not marked, and you need to find it yourself. Wuchang walked slowly into the valley. Hearing a hissing sound coming from the bushes not far away, Wuchang raised the long sword in his hand and cut it directly. After the sword flashed, several snakes as thick as arms were cut into 2 pieces. Wuchang didn't even look at it. He walked slowly in the valley, his soul unfolded, and carefully searched every place. In a blink of an eye, an hour passed. The whole valley was checked, but he didn't find anything. Wuchang frowned, his eyes fixed on a dry well not far away, which was the only place that had not been searched. Wuchang came to the side of the dry well, cleaned up the surroundings, and then looked into the dry well. It was bottomless and dark below. Wuchang used his soul to sense it and found that it was dozens of meters deep. Wuchang didn't rush down, but shook his body and ran straight into the distance. Not long after, Wuchang's figure appeared again, and there was a gray rabbit with big ears in his hand. This is not an ordinary rabbit, but a first-level monster with extremely sharp teeth. It can bite off hard bamboo in an instant. Wuchang attached a trace of soul mark to the rabbit, and then threw the rabbit into the dry well below. After the rabbit was thrown into the dry well, it immediately ran around in the dry well, but only a moment later, the rabbit ran in one direction. Wuchang's soul sensed the actions of the rabbit below. After an incense stick, the rabbit ran back again. It was obvious that it ran back and forth from somewhere. Seeing that the rabbit was fine, Wuchang was relieved, and then he flew and jumped directly into the dry well. Although the dry well was pitch black, Wuchang was not an ordinary person, but a chi refiner of the 7th level. His eyes could clearly see things 10 meters away, so this little darkness could not bother him. Sure enough, there was a passage on the left side of the dry well, heading straight to the distance. Wuchang held a teleportation talisman in his left hand and a long sword in his right hand, and walked slowly forward. The passage was very long. Wuchang walked for half an incense stick. Then the front suddenly opened up. It turned out to be a cave with a width of dozens of square meters. In the center of the cave, a skeleton was sitting there. Next to the skeleton, there was a wooden box. Wuchang did not rush forward. He looked around first and found that there was nothing else in the whole cave except the skeleton and the wooden box. Wuchang slowly came to the skeleton and frowned. There was a line of small words in front of the skeleton. Bury my bones, get my secret method, and accept my cause and effect. Although these 12 words are short, they explain some problems, which made Ji Wuchang frown slightly, but after just a moment, Ji Wuchang laughed dumbly. Since I have been reborn, why should I be timid? Just do it. What's the harm if thousands of causes and effects are added to me? Thinking of this, Ji Wuchang couldn't help but feel a little more heroic in his heart. Senior, since you offered to help bury your bones, I will meet your request. After Ji Wuchang finished speaking, he swung the long sword in his right hand and stabbed dozens of swords in front of the skeleton. In an instant, the soil flew and a deep pit appeared. Ji Wuchang waved his hand and wrapped the bones that were about to scatter with a stream of energy, and then slowly put them into the deep pit below. Ji Wuchang was surprised to find that a box appeared where the skeleton had just sat. This box had just been sat under the skeleton. He had used his soul to sense it, but found nothing. At this moment, the box appeared, and Ji Wuchang's soul swept over it, but he couldn't sense it. At this moment, Ji Wuchang looked more solemn. He did not rush to take the box, but buried the skeleton before slowly walking forward. Ji Wuchang looked at the two boxes, and gently raised the long sword in his hand. The box that was originally placed next to the skeleton opened, revealing a yellowed scroll inside. There were many special runes on this scroll, and an ancient breath came from the scroll. 100-fold sublimation instant kill technique. Seeing the name on the scroll, Ji Wuchang was very excited. This was something he had been thinking about for a long time. Ji Wuchang grabbed the scroll with his left hand and then unfolded it. Although the cave was pitch black, it did not bother Ji Wuchang. He could see the words on the scroll clearly. The words reflected in Ji Wuchang's eyes one by one, and his eyes became brighter and brighter. This secret technique was so terrible that it could reverse the spiritual power and make the spiritual power soar rapidly in an instant, several times, dozens of times, or even 100 times. Thus, it can achieve instant sublimation, and possess extremely terrifying power and speed. Of course, the premise is that your meridians must be able to withstand this power. Ji Wuchang read the entire secret method and his body trembled slightly. After this secret method is performed, although it will instantly collapse, it can definitely cross the boundary to kill the enemy. It is a top-level method of risking life. No wonder Xiao Fan was able to escape danger many times when he encountered life and death crises in his previous life. This method is really terrible. Chapter 22 Obtaining the Secret Method and Being Affected by Karma. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Just then, Ji Wuchang suddenly found that the words on the scroll gradually blurred and broke together with the scroll. In just a moment, the scroll disappeared without a trace, leaving only a palm-sized silk cloth. Get my secret method, help me kill Zhan Wuyuan, and cancel the cause and effect. These are small words on the silk, and they are all written in blood. Although there are only a dozen bloody words, Ji Wuchang feels a monstrous hatred emanating from it. Ji Wuchang looked at the silk in front of him. He searched the memory in his brain and found that there was no such person as Zhan Wuyuan, which made him feel awe-inspiring. The less memory there is, the more terrifying this Zhan Wuyuan is, because the level of the other party is not something that Ji Wuchang in his previous life can touch. Don't worry, senior, since I have your secret method, as long as I have that strength, I will definitely fulfill your last wish. Ji Wuchang spoke to the bloody silk with a solemn expression. The blood-colored silk seemed to understand what Ji Wuchang said, and it burned automatically, and then turned into ashes. Ji Wuchang breathed a sigh of relief and took the other box away, but he did not open it. Ji Wuchang knew what was inside very well, and decided to open it after returning to his residence to avoid any accidents. System, sign in, ding. Successfully signed in at the corpse of Fengxing Supreme, rewarded with 10 years of cultivation. Luck value plus 10. Hearing the prompt sound of the system, Ji Wuchang took a breath of cold air. He didn't expect that he had just buried the corpse of a supreme strongman. The supreme realm, that was the existence that Ji Wuchang looked up to in his previous life, the strongest under the saint. Not to mention taking action personally, even the supreme law is a terrifying existence. At this moment, Ji Wuchang had a headache. This cause and effect was big. The enemy who could make a supreme think about it must have a cultivation level of at least above the supreme realm. He was just a small chi refining realm, and there was a huge gap between him and others. At this moment, a pure spiritual power poured into Ji Wuchang's body. Ji Wuchang's mind moved, and he guided this spiritual power into his internal organs, starting the first tempering of his internal organs. With the continuous influx of these spiritual powers, Ji Wuchang could clearly feel that his internal organs were different from before. The heart beat like a drum, and the blood flow rate was significantly accelerated. The liver, spleen, lungs, kidneys, etc. were all strengthened, making Ji Wuchang feel like a tiger in his chest, and a strong feeling rose from his heart. Ji Wuchang's eyes were unusually bright. In this life, he was not in a hurry. He wanted to polish his body carefully. He wanted all the golden skin, jade bones, and divine treasures. Ji Wuchang bowed respectfully to the tomb of Fengxing Supreme, and then turned away without stopping. When he met the rabbit on the road, Ji Wuchang brought it out with him. He let it go after he came out. Standing on the edge of the dry well, Ji Wuchang's expression was a bit complicated. He didn't expect it to be so easy this time. He thought he would have to go through some risks. Ji Wuchang sighed. It was sad that a supreme master fell in such a dry well. Ji Wuchang waved his hand, and countless stones and soil flew up and entered the dry well. In just a moment, the dry well disappeared without a trace, and the ground was flat. This was the last thing Ji Wuchang could do for Fengxing Supreme. Ji Wuchang didn't know that the dry well originally had a large formation to cover it, but it was broken in the past 2 days. Otherwise, it would have been discovered long ago. After getting what he wanted, Ji Wuchang didn't stay any longer. After all, his cultivation was still relatively low. For him, the risk factor of this back mountain was still very high. Returning to the sect to practice was the best choice. 2 days later, Ji Wuchang returned safely. Ji Wuchang went directly to the mission hall and handed in several intact hunting foxes and several beast corpses in the storage ring. Ji boy, your cultivation is growing very fast. But don't rush it, pay more attention to the training of your body. An old man looked at Ji Wuchang with a smile on his face. This man is Jing Fengcheng, the person in charge of the mission hall, and the 7th elder of Chongqing sect, with the 7th level of Purple Mansion realm cultivation. In his previous life, Ji Wuchang was unable to complete the sect's tasks on time every month because of problems with his tendons and veins, and Jing Fengcheng turned a blind eye, so, Ji Wuchang was still very grateful to the 7th elder in front of him. He often gave Ji Wuchang some advice casually, but Ji Wuchang in his previous life didn't take his advice seriously at all. Hearing Jing Fengcheng's words at this moment, Ji Wuchang hurriedly clasped his fists and said, "Thank you for the 7th elder's advice." Jing Fengcheng nodded with a smile, and a teachable look appeared on his face. "I'll give you 2 months' worth of tasks for these things, so you don't have to hand them in next month." Jing Fengcheng took the token from Ji Wuchang's hand, then injected the information and returned it to Ji Wuchang. When Ji Wuchang heard this, he couldn't help but smile. People came into the mission hall from time to time, but many people didn't know Ji Wuchang, so Ji Wuchang naturally didn't say hello. Ji Wuchang clasped his fists to Jing Fengcheng and then left. System, sign in. Ding. Successfully signed in at the Changshengmen Mission Hall, rewarded with 5 years of cultivation. Luck value +5. The voice of the system sounded, making Ji Wuchang happy. As he walked, he operated the purple qi burning heaven art to introduce this huge spiritual power into his internal organs and continue to temper it. Jing Fengcheng glanced at the direction where Ji Wuchang disappeared, frowning slightly. He just felt the spiritual power surging in Ji Wuchang's body. What happened? When Ji Wuchang returned to his residence, this pure spiritual power had been consumed. Ji Wuchang looked at the system panel. Nothing else changed, but the luck value increased a lot. Luck value, 671, this time he was out for a total of 5 days, and his luck value increased by 19 points, of which 15 points came from the dry well and the mission hall. Ji Wuchang knew very well that although he signed in every day, the rewards for signing in at different locations were different. In the future, he should try to find some good places to sign in. Ji Wuchang then got up and went to the place where his second brother Zheng Linghong lived. Zheng Linghong breathed a sigh of relief when he saw Ji Wuchang return safely. After all, it was he who proposed this trip. "Second brother, are you okay with your injury?" Ji Wuchang came to Xing Linghong with a smile and said with a smile. Xing Linghong shook his head and said with a smile, "It's okay, you will recover after a few days of rest." "I am relieved to see you back." Ji Wuchang smiled and nodded. Just as he was about to speak, two figures came from a distance. They were Xiaozhu Peak's senior sister and Kexin and third senior sister Tai Yujie. The smile on Ji Wuchang's face disappeared instantly, and his face was as calm as water. "Senior sister, three sisters, you are here." Xing Linghong came to the door to greet them with a smile, and his face was very happy. Chapter 23 Ji Yaoyao. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Big sister, third sister. Ji Wuchang greeted them politely but distantly. After all, the superficial relationship still had to be maintained. Moreover, the cultivation of the two at this moment was higher than Ji Wuchang. Unless they were fighting to the death, and he activated the 100-fold sublimation instant kill technique he had just obtained, he was really no match for them. And Kexin and Tai Yujie were slightly stunned when they saw Ji Wuchang was there, and then their faces turned slightly cold. "Junior brother, the back mountain is dangerous. Don't easily persuade your second brother to go with you in the future." And Kexin glanced at Ji Wuchang and spoke calmly. Ji Wuchang frowned when he heard it. This was obviously wrong. This trip to the back mountain was obviously proposed by the second brother. Xing Linghong saw Ji Wuchang frowning, and hurriedly said, "Senior sister, I told you that this time I proposed to let the little brother go with me." As soon as Xing Linghong finished speaking, Tai Yujie spoke. "Second senior brother, we know you are kind-hearted and are afraid that junior brother will not be able to complete the sect mission this month, but the back mountain is really too dangerous recently. If junior brother wants to gain experience in the future, he can go to the mission hall to accept other missions. There is no need to drag second senior brother with him." Ji Wuchang's anger continued to rise. These two senior sisters were determined to put all the blame on him, and Kexin glanced at Ji Wuchang, and then continued, "Junior brother, your second senior brother is injured, you should come back with him. After all, one more person means one more care. If your second senior brother is in danger, have you thought about the consequences?" When Ji Wuchang heard Kexin's words, the anger in his heart was suppressed. "I am just a rookie at the 7th level of Qi refining, and second senior brother is a person at the 4th level of foundation establishment. If he really encounters danger, staying with second senior brother will become a burden to him. Or it can be said that he is sending his head. My senior sister and third sister are good at tricks." With just a few words, they put all the blame on me. Ji Wuchang's eyes flashed coldly, and then he said calmly, "I know what the two sisters said." After Ji Wuchang finished speaking, he turned to look at Xing Linghong and said, "Second senior brother, you have a good rest, I'm leaving first." After Ji Wuchang finished speaking, he left directly. "Do you really think I'm still the same as in the last life, and whatever you say is what it is? Wait, I will kill you all sooner or later. Junior brother." Xing Linghong called out, and when he saw that Ji Wuchang didn't look back, he couldn't help but sigh. "Senior sister, junior sister, you shouldn't say that about junior brother, this matter has nothing to do with him." Xing Linghong glanced at Kexin and Tai Yujie, and a trace of helplessness appeared on his face. "Second senior brother, don't pay attention to him. Look at his attitude. I'm talking to senior sister for his own good. Master is very partial. He actually gave him the long sword he used when he was young. I've asked for it many times." Tai Yujie grumbled and spoke to Xing Linghong, and Kexin frowned as she looked at Ji Wuchang's back. She felt that this junior brother was very different after going home. In the past, even if she criticized him, he didn't dare to leave directly, but waited until she left before leaving, but just now, he left directly without caring about the feelings of the few of them, and Kexin's eyes showed a trace of anger, which made her attitude towards Ji Wuchang even worse. Ji Wuchang returned to his residence, his expression completely calmed down, and the murderous intent in his eyes also subsided. Ji Wuchang waved his hand, took out the box, hesitated for a moment, and opened it directly. A storage ring lay quietly in the box. Ji Wuchang was very familiar with this storage ring. It was worn by Xiao Fan in his previous life, and Ji Wuchang had seen it many times. compared with other storage rings, it has an extra circle of light blue luster, but no one in his previous life would have thought that this storage ring contained the beautiful soul of a supreme realm master. Looking at the storage ring in front of him, Wuchang said calmly, "Come out." That the storage ring did not react at all. Wuchang was not in a hurry, just looking at the storage ring quietly. He was very patient. "How did you know that I was hiding in it?" That just when the time had passed for almost an incense stick, a cold voice sounded, then the storage ring floated up, and an almost transparent figure emerged from the storage ring. It was a soul that was close to collapse. Although it was just a remnant soul, the appearance could still be seen clearly. A breathtakingly beautiful face, even if it was just a remnant soul, made Wuchang's eyes dull for a moment, but it was only a moment, and soon Wuchang came back to his senses, his eyes became clear again. The woman was a little surprised. You know, a man who saw her appearance, even if he was in the supreme realm, would be stunned for a long time, a small chi refining realm, but he could immediately recover as usual, which made Yaoyao look up to Wuchang. "I have a special secret method that can see through all the residual souls. Although you hide in the storage ring, you still can't escape my eyes." Wuchang looked serious and talked nonsense with a serious face. He couldn't say that I knew you existed in my previous life, so he could only talk nonsense. Yaoyao looked at Wuchang calmly. She didn't believe what Wuchang said. "Why did you ask me to come out? Also, how is Venerable Fengxing?" Wuchang glanced at Yaoyao, and then said calmly, "Venerable Fengxing is dead. I buried him, otherwise I would not be able to get what he left behind." Wuchang did not answer the other party's first question. He wanted to see the situation first. When she heard the news of Venerable Fengxing's death, Yaoyao couldn't help showing a trace of sadness in her eyes. Back then, she was killed by Zhan Wuyuan, leaving only the last remnant soul. Venerable Fengxing was furious and fought Zhan Wuyuan, but was seriously injured and dying. Finally, Venerable Fengxing made a decision to nourish this remnant soul with his own body, so that his soul could be preserved. When Yao thought of this, her heart was broken, and she was murderous, but now her condition is only slightly better than the remnant soul. How easy is it to take revenge? Thinking of this, Yaoyao looked at Wuchang, and then calmly said, "How about I make a deal with you?" Wuchang smiled slightly, his goal was about to be achieved. "I wonder what your relationship with Venerable Fengxing is. How should I call you?" Yaoyao glanced at Wuchang, and then calmly said, "Venerable Fengxing is my bodyguard. As for my identity, I can't tell you for the time being, you can't bear this cause and effect. But you can call me Yaoyao." Chapter 24, Secret Technique Mastery. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Yaoyao's words are very direct. To put it bluntly, your strength is too poor. Wuchang looked as usual and didn't feel anything was wrong because of Yaoyao's words. He was indeed weak now. How to trade? Wuchang looked at Yaoyao and spoke calmly. Yaoyao was quite surprised by Wuchang's performance. You must know that even if she was just an illusory soul body, she did not deliberately show any pressure, but when she was alive, she was in the supreme state, and she had a pressure on her. The average person in the chi refining realm would probably have fallen down at this moment. How could he be so calm? But this made Yaoyao very satisfied, because it showed that the person in front of her was not that silly and sweet. I can teach you how to practice and teach you the best combat skills, but I will take half of the spiritual power you practice every day to nourish your soul. Of course, it does have some impact on your cultivation in the early stage, but this situation will not last forever, and it will last for 1 to 2 years at most. In 2 years, I will be able to absorb the spiritual power of heaven and earth by myself. Of course, when you become stronger in the future, you will need to help me restore my physical body. What do you think? Yaoyao stated her conditions. Wuchang looked at Yaoyao calmly. He was not surprised at all by the other party's conditions. I can agree, but I have to add 2 conditions. The first one is that if I encounter a danger that I can't solve, you need to lend me your power. The second condition is that we need to sign a fate curse, so that I can be 100% confident in you. that this is the condition that Wuchang has thought about long ago, and the fate curse must be signed. In his new life, Wuchang will not leave his destiny to anyone, but must keep it firmly in his own hands. Once the Supreme Realm soul regains some strength, it will be absolutely terrifying and cannot be defeated by Wuchang. The same fate curse is different. Their fates are connected. When Wuchang dies, the other party disappears into thin air. Sure enough, after Wuchang's words fell, Yaoyao fell into silence. Once the fate curse is signed, there is no possibility of lifting it before time expires, even at the supreme level. Wuchang glanced at Yaoyao, and then said calmly, "Only when we sign the same fate spell can we truly feel at ease. You don't want me to plot against you, right?" That when Yaoyao heard Wuchang's words, her face couldn't help but change color slightly. This sentence was said to her heart. With her current strength, even Wuchang may not be able to defeat her. Even if she kills Wuchang, she will most likely be wiped out. Thinking of this, Yaoyao couldn't help but grit her teeth and said, "Okay, I agree to your request." Wuchang smiled slightly, formed a seal with his hands, and a special mark appeared. With a wave of Wuchang's hand, the mark floated towards Yaoyao. Yaoyao struggled slightly in her eyes, but then gave up and allowed the mark to enter her soul. The moment the mark merged into her soul, a red light shot out and hit Wuchang between the eyebrows. Wuchang felt a pain between his brows, but the expression on his face did not change at all. Wuchang smiled bitterly in his heart. In about a month, he actually signed the same fate curse with 2 women. He himself felt a little weird. "Yaoyao, I will provide you with as much spiritual power as possible. Just wait until I notify you and absorb it." After signing the same fate spell, he is one of his own, so Wuchang is not polite and calls the other person by his name directly. Yaoyao frowned when she heard Wuchang's name, but didn't say much. Her remnant soul gradually faded and finally disappeared without a trace. Wuchang picked up the storage ring and put it on his hand. Xiao Fan's biggest cheating device was cut off by him. He wanted to see how Xiao Fan could turn around in this life. When he thought of this, Wuchang felt very good, and then he closed his eyes to practice. At the door of the library, Wuchang stood there with a smile on his face. System, sign in. Ding. Successful sign-in at the Chongqing Gate Library will reward 8 years of cultivation. Luck value +8. The sound of the system sounded, and then a huge amount of spiritual power appeared in Wuchang's body. "Yaoyao, absorb it." Wuchang patted the storage ring and spoke calmly. At this moment, Yaoyao was so shocked that she could not speak. This morning, when Wuchang practiced the purple chi burning heaven technique, Yaoyao was already shocked. The power of this technique made her soul tremble. The billowing purple energy seemed to turn into the sun, shining on every inch of Wuchang's flesh and blood. The impurities in Wuchang's body gradually turned into black smoke and dissipated under the billowing purple air. At this moment, Yaoyao wanted to ask Wuchang what kind of technique he practiced, but at this moment, Yaoyao was shocked again. A huge spiritual power appeared out of thin air in Wuchang's body. Yaoyao didn't have time to think too much. She quickly started to use her skills to absorb this pure power. 8 years of cultivation were swallowed up by Yaoyao in just a moment. The originally almost transparent soul body actually became a little more solid at this moment, which made Yaoyao overjoyed. She originally thought that it would take at least several years to reach this state, but she did not expect that she would reach it in one day. This made Yaoyao a little confused. Could it be that during the hundreds of years that she had been sleeping, the world had undergone great changes? Wuchang didn't want to enter the library, he just came here to sign in. Now that the sign-in was completed, he left directly and returned to his own courtyard. After returning to the courtyard, Wuchang began to practice the 100-fold sublimation instant killing technique. This is a great means of counter-killing, and it must be mastered as soon as possible. In fact, he has already started practicing after he got it. In the following days, Wuchang went to each peak to sign in, and gave all the cultivation rewards he got to Yaoyao, which shocked Yaoyao speechless. Now Yaoyao can normally absorb the spiritual power of the outside world, which makes Wuchang relieved. Wuchang doesn't know whether it is because of rebirth that his comprehension has Doubled, in just a few days, he has completely mastered the 100-fold sublimation instant killing technique. Yaoyao was also surprised when she knew it. This secret method is the secret of the Fengxing Venerable, and even Yaoyao can't do it. Yaoyao once asked Feng Xingzuan about this secret method, but Feng Xingzuan said that she was not suitable for practicing it, so Yaoyao did not ask again. Yaoyao knew very well that some people could learn secret methods at a glance, while others might not be able to learn them in their entire lives, which was related to their own opportunities. Wuchang was able to practice so quickly, which showed that this secret method was really meant for him. Yaoyao suddenly had a feeling that Wuchang would definitely achieve extraordinary success in the future. Chapter 25, Master comes out of retreat, broken jade finger. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Xiaozhu Peak is very lively today. Third Elder Meng Kaihong has left seclusion. She successfully broke through to the soul separation realm and became a great monk at the first level of the soul separation realm. In the Eternal Life sect, the strongest ancestor is only at the 9th level of the soul realm, and the leader is at the 6th level of the soul realm. The third elder can break through the soul-splitting realm and can definitely be regarded as a master of the immortality sect. Suddenly, Xiaozhu Peak was very lively, and many peak owners came to congratulate. Wuchang's disciples at Decisive are naturally even busier, serving tea, pouring water, welcoming and sending guests off are all their jobs. After Meng Kaihong broke through, he became much younger and looked to be in his 40s. When Wuchang saw Meng Kaihong, a look of joy appeared on his face. In his previous life, Meng Kaihong did not ignore him because of his muscle problems. Instead, he went out many times to find medicinal materials and refine elixirs for him. If Kexin had not replaced the 500-year-old Peiyuan grass, the muscles and veins in his previous life would have recovered as before. Later, due to the hostility between himself and Xiao Fan, the relationship between Meng Kaihong and 5th Elder Tang Yuan became increasingly tense, and they even became enemies. Decades later, when he was out, he was killed by Xiao Fan. But it's funny to say that his two senior sisters believed Xiao Fan's words and said that their master died at the mouth of a 5th-level ferocious beast. It wasn't until Kexin was abandoned by Xiao Fan in the end that she learned the answer from Xiao Fan. This is why Kexin later found Wuchang and cried and repented. Looking at the master in front of him, Wuchang secretly made up his mind that such a tragedy would never be allowed to happen in this life. It took a lot of effort for Decisive to regain its composure. All the congratulators left, and the busy work of Wuchang and others came to an end. In the hall of Xiaozhu Peak, Meng Kaihong sat at the top, looking at the 4 disciples below with great satisfaction. At this moment, Meng Kaihong looked at Wuchang and his eyes lit up. Impermanence, your cultivation has grown rapidly recently, and you have reached the peak of the 7th level of qi refining. It seems that you have not been lazy during the period of seclusion as a master. As soon as Meng Kaihong's words came out, Kexin and Tai Yujia's faces changed slightly at the same time. Since Wuchang was told by them that time, they have never seen Wuchang again. To be honest, they didn't like this new junior brother very much, so naturally they didn't pay attention to Wuchang's cultivation. When they heard their master click on it, the two of them were surprised, and at the same time, they felt a sense of crisis in their hearts. More than 2 months ago, Wuchang was at the peak of the 3rd level of qi refining, and now he is at the peak of the 7th level of qi refining. This cultivation speed is too fast. Back then, it took them nearly 2 years to break through from the 3rd level of qi refining to the 7th level. Moreover, they also had elixirs to assist them at that time. If compared like this, Wuchang's qualifications and foundation are much stronger than them. Master has a sharp eye. During a recent practice, my disciple miraculously entered a state of enlightenment. When he woke up, he found that his cultivation level had increased significantly. This feeling is really amazing. It's a pity that I tried many times and couldn't find it again. This is the rhetoric that Wuchang had thought of long ago, which can satisfactorily solve the problem of cultivation growth. You must know that enlightenment is the dream state of a cultivator. Not only does one's cultivation level increase rapidly, but one's understanding of skills and combat skills also improves rapidly. Some people can even cross a great realm in an instant because of sudden enlightenment. This is recorded in Tianqian continent. Hearing Ji Wuchang's words, Meng Kaihong couldn't help but smile and said, "This is Wuchang's own opportunity." And Kexin and Tai Yujia had looks of envy on their faces at the same time. There was a hint of jealousy deep in the eyes, but the two of them hid it very well. Xing Linghong smiled and said, "Junior brother's bones are of the middle grade, the best among the four of us. As long as you give me time, I'll be able to catch up with you soon." That what Xing Linghong said was true, and he was really happy for Ji Wuchang. Because the three of them are all of low grade. When Meng Kaihong heard this, he couldn't help but smile and nod, and then said, "On the way to becoming an immortal, you can't just look at your bones. The most important thing is your own efforts. So, the four of you must not slack off in your cultivation. Immortal cultivators compete with heaven for their destiny and go against heaven. One step first, every step first." Meng Kaihong's words were used to encourage the four disciples, but the effect was not good. Although Kexin and Tai Yujia agreed on the surface, in fact they were even more unhappy with Ji Wuchang. In fact, from the beginning, they were jealous that Ji Wuchang had better foundation than them, but they couldn't express it clearly. In the previous life, Ji Wuchang's muscles and veins were damaged, and both of them were secretly happy that the original pressure caused by Ji Wuchang disappeared without a trace. In fact, to put it bluntly, everything stems from jealousy. Ji Wuchang was a man of two generations. His eyes swept over Kexin and Tai Yujia, and when he saw their appearance, he knew they were forcing a smile. He knew the two of them too well and concealed them well in front of the master. Ji Wuchang sneered in his heart. He was not afraid of them at all now, not to mention the secret technique she mastered. Ji Yaoyao alone could crush them at any time, just like crushing two ants. Now in the sect, Ji Wuchang would naturally not kill them to avoid being discovered. To be honest, Ji Wuchang still attaches great importance to the master-disciple relationship with Meng Kaihong. However, soon, the sect's secret realm experience will begin. In the previous life, his muscles and veins were damaged and he was unable to participate. In this life, he will not miss it. Ji Wuchang remembered that this secret realm only targeted disciples in the Qi refining realm and the foundation establishment realm. In the previous life, Xiao Fan got to know Kexin and the others after the secret realm, and then their relationship became better and better. This time, Ji Wuchang decided to kill them. Even if they didn't die, they would have to lose a layer of skin. Then, Meng Kaihong began to ask the four people one by one, answer their questions, and guide them in their cultivation. In fact, Meng Kaihong treated the four disciples equally, and treated everyone the same. The reason why Ji Wuchang took care of them relatively was because his cultivation was the lowest, so he would occasionally give more guidance. But all this was different in the eyes of Kexin and Tai Yujia, and it became that the master favored the younger junior brother. Only Xing Linghong had the most peaceful mentality, thinking that even if the master favored some younger junior brothers, it was reasonable. After all, the master did the same when they were worshipped as masters before. When Ji Wuchang left the hall of Shaozhu Peak, he had a jade slip in his hand. This was a new fighting skill that Meng Kaihong passed on to him. This fighting skill was a finger technique called broken jade finger. This was one of Ji Wuchang's favorite finger techniques in his previous life, and it only had one move. It is better to die in glory than to live in disgrace. That the broken jade finger was a symbol of risking one's life. Chapter 26, Enlightenment. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Looking at Ji Wuchang's back as he left, Kexin and Tai Yujia showed jealousy in their eyes, and their eyes became colder. How could they not know the power of the broken jade finger? They both saw their master use it. With a finger, the mountain shattered and was directly cut off. This scene has been imprinted in their minds and is still unforgettable. Why? They were the first to enter the sect, and their cultivation was even stronger, but the master did not pass this combat skill to them, but passed it to the little junior brother who was at the 7th level of Qi refining. At this moment, Kexin and Tai Yujia were shouting in their hearts. Their minds have been distorted. Even in their hearts, there was a trace of resentment towards the master, resentment towards the master's injustice. Ji Wuchang naturally would not pay attention to his two cheap senior sisters. They were not worth wasting any energy on him. Thinking of himself in his previous life, he greeted them diligently every morning, and then was driven away by them like a fly. Ji Wuchang could only shake his head and smile bitterly, licking a dog, licking until there is nothing left. If it weren't for his luck in his previous life, he got the purple chi burning heaven art in a secret realm, it would be a fantasy to break through the soul division realm. Ji Wuchang sat cross-legged, and he was thinking about the key points of the broken jade finger in his mind. The broken jade finger is very domineering. When performing it, you need to compress the spiritual power in your body crazily to make it extremely condensed, then input these crazy compressed spiritual powers into the fingertips and merge them with the physical strength to form a mixed force. This force is extremely violent and will explode at any time. Broken jade, here also means explosion. The broken jade finger performed in this way is naturally powerful, but the consumption is also terrible. Almost every time it is performed, it consumes 1/3 of the spiritual power in the body. Of course, this 1/3 is for the current Ji Wuchang. In the future, when Ji Wuchang's cultivation is stronger, the consumption ratio will not be so large, but the actual output power will only be stronger. Ji Wuchang really didn't practice this broken jade finger in his previous life. In his previous life, Meng Kaihong did not pass on the broken jade finger to him because of problems with his tendons and veins, so he could not practice. Instead, he passed it on to his second senior brother Zheng Linghong, but the second senior brother, this little licker, secretly passed it on to his younger junior sister Tai Yujie, who passed it on to Xiao Fan, making the broken jade finger one of Xiao Fan's trump cards. Ji Wuchang had seen Xiao Fan perform it many times, and although he was jealous, he could do nothing about it. The broken jade finger is not a combat skill of the Chongqing sect, but something Meng Kaihong obtained during her own training. Later, when Meng Kaihong saw Xiao Fan perform the broken jade finger, she was naturally furious and asked about the source of the broken jade finger, but Xiao Fan was protected by the fifth elder Tang Yuan, so he had no problems. In the end, only the second senior brother Zheng Linghong was punished. Zheng Linghong was indeed a licker. No matter how the master forced him, he did not give up Tai Yujie. It was because of this incident that Meng Kaihong did not like Zheng Linghong, which led to Zheng Linghong being depressed later. Finally, he felt sorry for his master and went out to practice, hoping to find a combat skill of the same level to present to his master and make up for his mistakes. But this kind of earth-level combat skill is not easy to find. After Tai Yujie's death, Zheng Linghong's heart was filled with hatred. He entered a secret realm for adventure and finally died in danger. Now that the broken jade finger has been passed on to him by his master, everything will be rewritten. Ji Wuchang thought for a moment, and after thoroughly sorting out the method of practicing the broken jade finger, he began to practice. The next morning, Ji Wuchang flew down from his roof, with purple air surrounding his eyes. System, sign in, ding. Chang Shengmen Shaoyun Peak signed in successfully, and rewarded 1 year of cultivation. Luck value +1. Hearing the voice of the system, Ji Wuchang smiled helplessly. This is his third time signing in at Shaozhu Peak, and the sign-in reward is getting smaller and smaller each time. Next time he signs in, there will probably be no reward. Ji Wuchang guided all the pure spiritual power in his body to his internal organs, and then checked the system panel. Host, Ji Wuchang. Cultivation, peak of the 7th level of Qi refining. Root bones, earth grade middle grade. Luck value, 782. Special ability, none. System task, none. Seeing that the luck value has accumulated to more than 700, Ji Wuchang couldn't help but touch his chin with his left hand. During this period, when Ji Wuchang had nothing to do, he would study the system. To be honest, he hasn't finished studying how to use it. Suddenly, Ji Wuchang thought of the thunder explosion fist. And his eyes lit up. System, can I use the luck value to practice the broken jade finger? Master, of course you can. The broken jade finger is a middle grade combat skill of the earth grade, and it consumes a lot of energy. Consume 500 luck points to make the broken jade finger a small success. Master, do you want to use it? When Ji Wuchang heard this, he was stunned for a moment, and quickly said, System, you are not trying to trick me. Why is it so high? Master, if you practice the broken jade finger normally, it will take at least half a year to achieve a small success. Compare it. Is 500 luck value still high? When Ji Wuchang heard this, his brows frowned slightly, and what the system said was really right. Although he practiced for a whole night yesterday, he couldn't even touch the threshold. If he wants to practice, it will take a lot of time. At this moment, Ji Wuchang hesitated. System, how can I copy other people's skills, combat skills, secret skills, lifespan, bones, etc.? Master, the system will automatically detect and filter out things that are useful to the master, and will give the master a prompt. Since the current luck value of the master is too low, it is better to keep these luck values, otherwise you will miss good things in the future. Hearing the voice of the system, Ji Wuchang was directly numb. This was despised by the system. This made Ji Wuchang speechless. The system reminds the master that the master still has one chance to draw a lottery. Just then, the voice of the system sounded again, which made Ji Wuchang stunned. He really forgot about this matter. System, draw a lottery. Ji Wuchang's voice sounded, and a trace of heat appeared in his eyes. He was looking forward to it, wondering what he could draw in the first draw. Ding, the lottery was successful. Congratulations to the master for getting an epiphany opportunity. The time is half an incense stick. Remind the master that during the epiphany, the master can check his own body, find his own defects, and make up for them. When Ji Wuchang heard this, he was overjoyed. He had just told his master Meng Kaihong yesterday that his cultivation base had skyrocketed because of epiphany. Unexpectedly, epiphany really came today. Without any hesitation, Ji Wuchang quickly sat down cross-legged, and a mysterious state suddenly emerged from his body. Ji Wuchang instantly felt that his spiritual power increased by 100 times and 1,000 times, and his soul grew rapidly, like a giant of 100 feet. Ji Wuchang was stunned, and then suddenly remembered, isn't this an opportunity to find his own flaws? Thinking of this, Ji Wuchang quickly scanned his body with his spiritual soul, and indeed found many problems. Chapter 27 Ji Yaoyao's Decision. You are listening at novelfull.audio. First, there are some places on the skin that have not been fully tempered. Although it barely reaches the golden skin, there is still room for improvement. Ji Wuchang did not hesitate to mobilize the spiritual power in his body to start tempering. Then it was the flesh and tendons. Although his body was tempered well and his tendons were unobstructed, there were still slight blockages in some places, and some black impurities were attached to them. Ji Wuchang did not hesitate at all and circulated the spiritual power in his body to remove these black impurities. Then the bones of the whole body were next. Ji Wuchang took a breath of cold air when he saw this. I saw that many of my bones were attached to a lot of black things, and some even had half of the bones black, which made Ji Wuchang's face black. I have used spiritual power to temper bones a lot during this period, but I didn't expect the effect to be so poor. Ji Wuchang hurriedly circulated his spiritual power, wrapped the impurities on the bones, and carefully removed them. Ji Wuchang didn't know that at the moment he fell into Enlightenment. The spiritual power of the entire Shaozhou peak began to become agitated. Almost all the spiritual power gathered towards the courtyard where Ji Wuchang lived, and then entered Ji Wuchang's body like a moth to a flame. This scene naturally alarmed all the people in Shaozhou peak. Meng Caihong's body flashed and disappeared in an instant. When she appeared again, she had already arrived at Ji Wuchang's residence. Looking at Ji Wuchang wrapped in spiritual power not far away, Meng Caihong was extremely surprised. Epiphany! Meng Caihong exclaimed. Yesterday she was a little suspicious whether her disciple was lying. She thought Ji Wuchang might have obtained some opportunities, but now seeing this scene, Meng Caihong completely believed it. At this moment, 3 figures flew from a distance. They were in Kexin, Zheng Linghong, and Tai Yujie. The 3 looked at Ji Wuchang not far away in surprise, not knowing what had happened. Master, what's going on? Is my junior brother practicing some special skills? And Kexin looked at Ji Wuchang not far away with a look of doubt and asked. Meng Caihong smiled when she heard Kexin's words, and then said, Wuchang is not practicing any technique, but has entered a state of enlightenment. That when they heard the word enlightenment, the 3 of them were stunned instantly, with different expressions. And Kexin and Tai Yujie showed jealousy. Why? Isn't his physique just a little bit stronger than theirs? Why did he enter a state of enlightenment? Did the master teach him some special technique? And Kexin and Tai Yujie were so jealous that they wanted to step forward immediately and interrupt Ji Wuchang's enlightenment. Xing Linghong showed a gratified smile on his face, but also a little puzzled, so he turned to Meng Kaihong and spoke. Master, I've heard that sudden enlightenment can make a person's cultivation soar, and at the same time, the original cultivation techniques and combat skills can also be rapidly improved. But from time to time, there is a trace of black air coming out of my body. What's going on? As soon as Xing Linghong asked this question, and Kexin and Tai Yujie couldn't help but look at Meng Kaihong. They were also puzzled. Meng Kaihong was very happy. As a powerful person in the Soul Division realm, she had a very sharp vision. Your junior brother is tempering his body. I've heard people say that when entering the state of enlightenment, the soul will instantly grow 100 times or even more. At this time, the soul scans itself, as if it has opened a god's perspective, and can clearly see the defects and deficiencies of its body. If it is used to temper the body at this time, the effect is several times better than the marrow cleansing and vein cutting pill. Your junior brother did not use the enlightenment to increase his cultivation and practice the exercises, but used it to temper his body. Your junior brother has a strong character, and his future achievements will far exceed mine. You should get along well with him. After Meng Kaihong finished speaking, her eyes lit up. She felt that if she and Ji Wuchang were in the same place, she would not be able to resist this temptation. At that time, she would definitely put all the enlightenment on cultivation and quickly increase her own cultivation. Meng Kaihong treated her 4 disciples equally, so she did not hide anything when she spoke, but Meng Kaihong didn't know that after she said that, and Kexin and Tai Yujie's faces changed instantly, and they looked towards Ji Wuchang with a hint of resentment. The master was originally the best to them, but everything changed since the arrival of this little junior brother. They felt that everything that belonged to them was taken away by Ji Wuchang. So, from this moment on, they had turned from jealousy to resentment, but since the master was here, they naturally dared not do anything and could only watch it all. Not to mention them, even Ji Yaoyao, who was staying in the storage ring at the moment, was shocked and speechless. She had only been with Ji Wuchang for about 10 days, but she had been shocked by Ji Wuchang again and again. The huge spiritual power that appeared for no reason every day was enough to surprise her, and now she had another epiphany. Epiphany has nothing to do with aptitude, it is a mysterious state. Ji Yaoyao, as a powerful person in the supreme realm, only had one opportunity for epiphany during her lifetime, but it was also because of that epiphany that her cultivation level advanced by leaps and bounds, and she became one of the strongest geniuses of the Ji family. Unfortunately, she was framed by someone in the family and her whereabouts were revealed. Zhan Wuyuan of the Zhan family led several Zhan family supreme realm masters and set a trap for her. Although he fought desperately to kill several supreme masters and even blew up his body, he still couldn't escape, and his soul was cut in half by Zhan Wuyuan, if it weren't for the timely arrival of Feng Xingzuan, who had watched him grow up, and repeatedly used the secret method 100 times sublimation instant killing technique to injure Zhan Wuyuan, he wouldn't be able to save his remaining soul. But Feng Xingzuan suffered an unprecedented heavy blow and couldn't recover. In order to get rid of Zhan Wuyuan's tracking, Feng Xingzuan ignored his injuries, tore the space, and fled with his remaining soul. Then he used the blood of the Supreme to nourish his remaining soul, causing Feng Xingzuan to completely fall, and his soul was destroyed. Ji Yaoyao had already made up her mind that she must cut off Zhan Wuyuan's head and avenge Feng Xingzuan. At the same time, she had to return to the clan and kill those guys who leaked her whereabouts. Looking at Ji Wuchang, who was in a state of enlightenment outside, Ji Yaoyao pondered for a moment, and a major decision gradually formed in her heart. She decided to observe Ji Wuchang for a while. If he had a good character, she would teach Ji Wuchang the Ji family's top fighting skill, Big Sun Divine Fist. This is a top-grade fighting skill of the heavenly rank, the strongest fighting skill of the Ji family. Every punch is like the scorching sun across the sky, domineering and unparalleled. But practicing this skill is very painful. Every time you practice, it's like putting yourself in the flames. It is even more necessary to constantly absorb the essence of the sun, temper the body, and be extremely strong and young, indestructible. Even in the Ji family, no one can practice this fighting skill to the highest level. Chapter 28 Wind and Thunder Valley. You are listening at novelfull.audio. This fighting skill is too terrifying. Even people from the Ji family who practice it often die. Ji Yaoyao had practiced it before, but she only dared to practice the first few punches. She didn't dare to practice the rest, otherwise her supreme body would explode. Ji Yaoyao stared at Ji Wuchang. For some reason, she felt that Ji Wuchang might really be able to practice it. But there is no rush now. She is observing Ji Wuchang for a while. Ji Wuchang naturally didn't know what was happening outside at this moment, nor did he know what Ji Yaoyao was thinking. He was completely immersed in the state of enlightenment. The spiritual power in his body was mobilized by him, constantly washing away the black matter on the bones. With the crazy impact of the spiritual power, these black substances continued to fall off the bones, and then turned into a wisp of black smoke and floated out of the body. As time passed, Ji Wuchang felt that the black matter on the bones was getting less and less, and he was very happy, but at this moment, he felt his soul weakening rapidly, which made Ji Wuchang sigh in his heart. He didn't expect that half an incense stick of time would pass so quickly. However, Ji Wuchang knew very well that the black matter on the bones had not been completely cleaned up. Ji Wuchang slowly opened his eyes and saw the master and others not far away. He was stunned and stood up quickly, clasping his fists and said, "Meetings, master." Meng Caihong's body shook and came to Ji Wuchang, with a satisfied look in her eyes. Although the cultivation has not changed, the whole person's temperament is completely different. The skin is golden and restrained, and the body is powerful and full of vitality. Good. Good. Meng Caihong said too good in succession, showing her inner excitement. Congratulations, little junior brother. Congratulations, little junior brother. Zheng Linghong smiled and said, he was really happy for his little junior brother, and Kexin and Tai Yujia pinched their noses and congratulated Ji Wuchang, but the jealous fire in their hearts had already twisted their hearts. You can tell at a glance that it is the kind of smile on the surface but not on the body. Ji Wuchang was in a good mood at the moment, and regardless of what they thought, he smiled and said, "Thank you, master, thank you, senior brothers and senior sisters." Accidents, all accidents. Enlightenment is something that can only be encountered by chance, and Ji Wuchang saying that it was an accident is not an exaggeration. Meng Caihong then encouraged Ji Wuchang a few words and turned to leave. As soon as she left, the other three did not stay for too long and said goodbye one after another. After watching them leave, Ji Wuchang began to look at his body carefully. At this moment, Ji Wuchang felt that his body was filled with an explosive force. This force was extremely powerful. If Ji Wuchang faced Xiao Fan at this time, even if he did not use spiritual power, he would be able to knock Xiao Fan down with just the power of his physical body. As the impurities in his physical body were removed, Ji Wuchang felt as if he had been sublimated. He was keenly aware that his perception of spiritual power had reached a higher level. He could feel that the spiritual power seemed to be spinning around him. Is my root bone improved? This thought suddenly popped up in Ji Wuchang's mind, and his eyes couldn't help but get hot. It seems that I should find an opportunity to test it. If it is really an improvement in root bone, it will definitely be a huge gain. In the next 3 days, Ji Wuchang did not leave the place where he lived, and practiced the broken jade finger seriously, but it was a pity that he had not yet entered. Just yesterday, when he asked the system to sign in again, there was no reward. This morning, Ji Wuchang decided to go to a place, Fenglei Valley. This is the most frightening place in Changshanmen, and it is also a place that many people often go to. The place of Fenglei Valley is very special. There are lightning and thunder falling from the sky almost all the time, forming a natural thunder pool here. Originally, according to the rules of the sect, people who enter Fenglei Valley must be above the foundation building realm. At present, Ji Wuchang is at the peak of the 7th level of the Qi refining realm and cannot enter Fenglei Valley, but yesterday, Ji Wuchang went to his master Meng Caihong, and after soft and hard persuasion, Meng Caihong agreed to Ji Wuchang's request. The reason why Meng Caihong agreed was naturally because Ji Wuchang's body was indeed no worse than those in the foundation building realm. When Ji Wuchang came to the entrance of Fenglei Valley, Jia Yuanliang frowned slightly. Jia Yuanliang was the 8th elder of Chongqing sect, with the cultivation of the 7th level of Purple Mansion Realm, and managed Fenglai Valley. Greetings, 8th Elder. That when Ji Wuchang saw Jia Yuanliang, he hurried forward and saluted. In his previous life, Jia Yuanliang was neither good nor bad to Ji Wuchang. He did everything according to the rules of the sect and had a relatively old-fashioned personality, but it was also because of this that Ji Wuchang had a good impression of Jia Yuanliang. It was a pity that Jia Yuanliang didn't live long. If Ji Wuchang remembered correctly, 2 years later, Jia Yuanliang went out and died outside. As for whether he was killed or how he died, Ji Wuchang couldn't remember clearly. Leave quickly, this is not a place for Qi Refining Realm. Jia Yuanliang has seen many Qi Refining Realm people like Ji Wuchang who want to visit Fenglai Valley, so he directly drove them away. Ji Wuchang was not surprised and quickly took out a sign. This was the token of the 3rd Elder Meng Kaihong. 8th Elder, it was my master who allowed me to come to Fenglai Valley for a trial. Jia Yuanliang glanced at the sign, frowned slightly, but nodded. Adapt to the outermost part of the thunder pool, don't go deep, otherwise once the tendons and veins are damaged, it will be too late to regret. Jia Yuanliang gave Ji Wuchang a warning, then waved his hand, and a crack appeared in the barrier that originally covered the Wind and Thunder Valley, just enough for one person to pass through. Ji Wuchang put away the sign, clasped his fists to thank Jia Yuanliang, and then flew into the crack. Jia Yuanliang looked at Ji Wuchang's disappearing back, narrowed his eyes slightly, and then muttered to himself, interesting. At this moment, the scene in front of Ji Wuchang was completely different. There was a thick layer of thunderclouds above the sky, and lightning kept falling from the sky, and below, there was a huge thunder pool, extending into the distance, on both sides of the thunder pool, like cliffs, tens of feet high. One by one, stone stairs carved out by humans appeared on the cliffs on both sides. On both sides of the cliff, there were square platforms, some of which had people sitting cross-legged, with lightning flashing on their bodies. These platforms cannot be sat on casually. The higher you go, the greater the power of the lightning. Only those with higher cultivation dare to sit on them. At the top of the stone platform, Ji Wuchang saw a beautiful figure sitting cross-legged, with a long sword across her knees. At this moment, she closed her eyes, allowing the power of lightning to penetrate her body from the cliff, without any change in her expression. The people around looked at the beautiful figure, and a trace of awe appeared in their eyes. It's her. Chapter 29, Wind and Thunder Valley was in turmoil. You are listening at novelfull.audio. As soon as he entered the Wind and Thunder Valley, Ji Wuchang heard a thunderous sound in his ears, which was deafening. Hearing this sound again, Ji Wuchang felt very familiar. In his previous life, he often came here and was familiar with everything here. It can be said that this place is where Ji Wuchang has spent the most time. System, sign in, ding. Successfully signed into the Wind and Thunder Valley of Changshengmen, rewarded with 10 years of cultivation. Luck value plus 10. Hearing the voice of the system, Ji Wuchang's eyes lit up, and the Wind and Thunder Valley is indeed a treasure land. Ji Wuchang did not hesitate at all, and directly guided this power into the internal organs to temper the internal organs. With the influx of this huge spiritual power, Ji Wuchang felt different instantly. His heart beat very violently, like beating a drum. There was a trace of silver light in the blood flowing out of the heart and blood vessels. The liver, spleen, lungs and kidneys were also stained with a trace of silver light. Blood rushed through the blood vessels, just like a rushing river, and there was a faint roar. Feeling the changes in his internal organs, Ji Wuchang's eyes were unusually bright. In his previous life, it seemed that this feeling could only be felt when he reached the Purple Mansion realm. Now that he has reached the Qi Refining realm, he has this feeling, which shows that his foundation in this life is much stronger than in his previous life. Hey! How could a person at the 7th level of Qi Refining realm run in? Did he sneak in while the 8th elder was away? At this moment, a man discovered that Ji Wuchang only had the 7th level of Qi Refining and shouted in surprise. The man's words instantly attracted the attention of some people around him. Many people stared at Ji Wuchang curiously. You know, the sect has a rule that only people above the Foundation Establishment realm can enter the Wind and Thunder Valley. Niu Lao San, why don't you sneak in? That barrier can't be easily broken. not to mention the Foundation Establishment realm, even the Purple Mansion realm. If you want to come in, only the 8th Elder can let you in. Another man looked at the person who just spoke and smiled. Everyone nodded at the same time and agreed with the man's statement. Another man looked at Wuchang and said with a smile, "This little brother, you are new to Fenglei Valley, don't go deep easily. Feel it at the edge first. If you feel you can't stand it, leave." That when Wuchang heard it, he couldn't help but smile and clasped his fists and said, "Thank you for your guidance, senior brother." The man nodded, then stopped looking at Wuchang, closed his eyes and continued to fight against the power of thunder and lightning. In fact, the people Wuchang saw at this moment were almost all relatively low in cultivation. Most of them were from the 1st to 4th levels of the Foundation Establishment realm. People with higher cultivation generally don't stay here, they have entered deeper. After all, the power of thunder and lightning there is more concentrated. Wuchang's heart was burning, and then he walked to the left stone wall, found a stone platform at the bottom that was just big enough for one person to sit cross-legged, and sat down cross-legged. Just as he sat down, the stone platform seemed to be stimulated, and a trace of lightning power emerged and entered Wuchang's body. Wuchang felt numb all over his body, accompanied by a trace of pain, and his eyes lit up. It was this feeling, he had experienced too much in his previous life. In fact, the people around were watching Wuchang, and they all wanted to see Wuchang's joke. You know, even this platform at the bottom requires the strength of the 1st level of the Foundation building realm to resist. Guess how long this little brother in the Qi refining realm can hold on? I don't think it will be more than 100 breaths. I don't think it's that long. When I was just in the 1st level of the Foundation building realm, I came here for the first time and couldn't even hold on for 100 breaths. I am very optimistic about these little brothers. I think it should be more than 200 breaths. The people around saw Wuchang in meditation and started to talk. Most of them thought that about 100 breaths was Wuchang's limit, but after a moment, everyone looked at each other in bewilderment. Because 200 breaths had passed, Wuchang was still sitting there calmly. At this moment, several people felt their faces burning. They had never thought that a junior brother in the 7th level of Qi refining realm was so powerful that he could last so long. At this moment, Wuchang was practicing the wind and thunder fist to condense the power of thunder and lightning. These thunder and lightning that entered his body were gathered together by him using the wind and thunder fist, and gradually formed a round thunder and lightning ball. However, this ball was very small, only the thickness of a little finger. Wuchang frowned slightly. The accumulation speed was a bit slow. Wuchang opened his eyes and then stood up. The people around who were paying attention to Wuchang breathed a sigh of relief. Fortunately, this junior brother only lasted about 500 breaths. Although it was against the sky, it was acceptable. The reason why it was acceptable was because there was a big pervert in the sect. That was the sect's senior sister Zhen Miaoqing. According to the sect's records, when senior sister Zhen Miaoqing was at the 8th level of the Qi refining realm, she also entered the Wind and Thunder Valley and persisted for 2 full hours. This record became the existence that many disciples of the Chongqing sect looked up to, and it was a mountain they could not climb. Wuchang's 500 breaths of time were nothing compared to other people's 2 hours. At this moment, many people suddenly looked at each other, because they saw that Wuchang was not going to leave, but continued to walk towards the stone platform above. He went straight through the 2nd stone platform and walked to the 3rd stone platform and sat down. At this moment, the people at the scene couldn't help but widen their eyes and looked at Wuchang in disbelief. Every time a stone platform is raised, the power of thunder and lightning will increase exponentially. At this moment, Wuchang is sitting on the 3rd platform, which means that the power of thunder and lightning he has to face is 4 times that of the 1st platform. At this moment, many people are numb. This little brother, don't be strong, otherwise you will hurt your tendons and veins. A man hurriedly spoke to Wuchang and reminded Wuchang. Wuchang smiled slightly and said to the man, "Thank you for your reminder, senior brother, I know it in my heart." After Wuchang finished speaking, he closed his eyes, and thunder and lightning appeared on his body instantly. The power of thunder and lightning here is much stronger than before, which makes Wuchang's body tremble slightly. Wuchang was secretly happy in his heart. This intensity of thunder and lightning is just right for him and he can bear it. Ji Wuchang quickly practiced the wind and thunder fist technique, gathering the lightning power that entered his body, and the lightning ball began to grow slowly. Many people stared at Ji Wuchang. They wanted to see how long this junior brother could hold on, but soon, they were shocked, because an incense stick had passed, then came the second incense stick, the third incense stick. In the blink of an eye, more than an hour had passed. At this moment, the wind and thunder valley was instantly shocked.